Yeah, this is going to be my now. It's going to be my predictions for 2015, 2014, 2015 NBA season. And today I'm going to be doing the Brooklyn Nets, the top story. The Jason Kidd situation with management, which got him dealt to Milwaukee. Well, where can I go? Okay, Jason Kidd had an issue with management. We don't know the details, but, people say that he wanted more power. He tells people was saying he didn't really want to be there. They didn't have his back. There's just a lot going on there. I'm not going to really get too much into depth with that, but it all led for him being dealt to Milwaukee after they given the okay in the offseason for him to speak with the Milwaukee Bucks. It was, and they got 2 second-round picks for it. Did I like the deal at the time? No, I was upset. I watched the Nets. I go to a lot of Nets games, and I really want Kidd to succeed. He's one of my favorite players of all time, and I'm just wanted to see him succeed in Brooklyn, in the Nets where he's had the most success in his career. But like I said, management situation thought different, and they dealt him, and then that's that. Brook Lopez comes back healthy. Okay, I put that kind of with a question mark. He's going to come back. He's going to play. He's going to be healthy. But can he be healthy? That foot injury he has sidelined players like Ilgauskas, and it's a tough injury for him to come back from. But I want to see how well he do coming back from that injury, and because remember, he is the Nets' best player. No matter what you say is Joe Johnson or Darren Williams or Kevin Garnett, whoever you want to say, their best player is Brook Lopez. He's the most consistent player. He's the most impactful player on their team. He's a horse, night in and night out. But the key issue is his health. Also, they was unable to re-sign Paul Pierce. That's just another issue. That's going with management. Management made this decision when Jason Kidd was moved, that they were speaking to Paul Pierce. They made a decision, well, you know what? We're not going to win a championship this season, so we just could let you just go. Paul Pierce was told that the championship opportunity is kind of out the window right now. That's after the Kidd move. So Paul Pierce had to do what he had to do and move on. So, going to the Washington Wizards was the best situation for him. Managing the ownership in flux. There was some issues there. I think with Prokhorov. Is he going to sell the team? And if they do sell a team, will they keep the guys in office, Billy King and these guys? Because I think there's just a lot of internal issues there with the Nets. It's just a lot. It don't seem like an organization where, the fans could be loyal to it because they don't know what the hell is going on. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know their players. They don't feel as if this team is their team. And that's what Nets fans, they feel like this is their team. They just feel like, okay, we just go to the basketball games and that's it. Kevin Garnett possibly being his last NBA season. I think KG is going to retire. I think to go through all this again for one more season after that, this would be his 20th season. I think KG just retire. It's best for you. You had a great career. I know you want to probably go into child with the opportunity to win the championship, but most likely it's not going to happen this year. This should be most likely his last year because I think he keeps his body, take care of his body, but to go through the whole training camp and everything again, I think it'll just be, he'll just retire, just go out in the sunset. Darren Williams playing well, back to all-star form. That's what they need to do. Dan Williams need to play as if he played back when he played at Utah. We say this every single season. Predictions, everyone keeps saying it. He needs to play like he played at Utah. Well, the issue with Utah is that you got to put that kind of system around him and those kind of players and have those kind of play sets for him so he can be able to. Because if you have him just doing isolation plays and doing other things and you want him to cut and do these other, this is not strengths to Darren Williams. You got to play at his strengths. And at his strengths was a lot of things that they did when he was at Utah. And this is going to, the next one is getting Lionel Hollins as the new coach. This was a great hire. I love it. I was very happy when they got Lionel Hollins because this guy needs a job because he was unceremoniously ousted from Memphis, which was very upsetting. And that's just another thing I got to speak about another time. But him as a coach is good, and he said he's going to do some things with Darren Williams and the offense to get it more free flowing and also up that defense. My analysis is going to be on Brook Lopez. He has to stay healthy. After this foot injury, he needs to be healthy. He has to be healthy, and his health has to be to where he has to play over 70 games, to really get this team to what expectations probably people want them to be. He has to have better communication on defense with Kevin Garnett. Hasn't played with KG. So I want the communication with him and Kevin Garnett, especially on the defensive end, and KG really telling him some things to get him to a better defender would be very formidable against other teams in closeouts and things like that. He must be more aggressive as a rebounder. He getting 6-7 rebounds a game. No, he has to be a double guy. I mean, I know he doesn't like to run out for rebounds. And that's my main thing with him. He'll get an offensive rebound, but he doesn't get defensive rebounds. He kind of lets other guys get it. They're kind of not saying they steal his rebounds because he's just not there. He's not aggressive enough to get it. Because if you rebound and your guards go out, then maybe there's an easier opportunity. But if your guards have to rebound and other guys have to rebound, you're slowing up the flow of the game. So he has to be a better defensive rebounder. He has to at least get 8 or 9 rebounds a game, plus his 20 points. He has to. So for this team to break it, he has to get that. He has to be a real force when it comes to rebounding. Joe Johnson, he's an all-star player. He hit big shots for them last season. His point production just needs to increase. He has to be around 18 and 19 a game. I think a lot of that had to do with Paul Pierce and a lot of things that they was doing with Jason Kidd. It was just a lot of too much. But I think Joe Johnson needs to be more, aggressive with his point production. At times, pick his spots on when he needs to score so he can get to where he was when he was in Atlanta. Just be more of a deterrent factor in what's going to happen. Off season, they lost Jason Kidd, the coach, obviously, Paul Pierce through free agency, Andre Blatch through China, and Sean Livingston to Golden State. These are key losses. This hurts right now. These guys, these were some bad losses because Livingston and Blatch was two good bench players. And Paul Pierce even coming off the bench and then later on starting was also a big loss. Who they added are Jared Jack, Lionel Hollins, and Bolshe Bogdanovic. Okay. Jared Jack, he's a good backup player. He had a great season 2 years ago in Golden State. Influx and craziness in Cleveland last year, which affected his production. Lionel Hollins, great coach. He's just a real good coach. So this is a good pickup for them. And Bolshe Bojan, he's just a good shooter, good player. International, just coming here to play. He will start this season for the Nets, so he'll be able to help them. Young players to watch. I give them a C plus, and you have to watch out for Mason Plumlee, Bojan Bogdanovic, Mirza Televich, and Jose Gutierrez. I give them a C plus. These guys are good, solid players. It's not too much of an upside there. I mean, probably most likely Plumlee will get more of the upside, but he just got to work on his offensive game. It was good that he had experience at the FIBA World Championships. So that's the players you can watch out for. Core players, I give them a B. Darren Williams, Joe Johnson, Brook Lopez, Kevin Garnett. I give them a B. When their five is together, those guys is the core. They can play with anybody. If they're on, they can beat anybody. If they're off, they come with someone can kind of be still in the game. And this is a good core. Coaching, Lionel Hollins, a B. Even though he was out for a year, he's still a B coach. He's a real good coach. Demands respect, gets the best out of his players. And I give the Nets going to be 47-35. This is a real good record for them, and they should be able to do some things this year. And that's my analysis on the New Jersey Nets.